For more than 20 years, those connected to the Bali bombings have been waiting for a memorial where they can mourn and reflect. Now, that dream could finally about to become a reality.
The 12th of October 2002.
Ground zero.
A date seared into the hearts and minds of Australians everywhere.
There's people dead, there's everything.
The Bali bombings killed 202 people, among them 88 Aussies. For more than 20 years, the main bombing site, the popular Sari Club, has remained a wasteland, most visitors having no idea of its significance.
It's just a messy pit, an appalling sight for anyone that's lost loved ones to go and look there and try and pay their respects.
Now, finally, the local Balinese government has announced it's purchased the site, families hoping it will lead to a long-awaited memorial peace park.
A peaceful place where people can learn what happened, grieve privately rather than in public in front of a memorial. It will be our quiet spot.
Jan Lazinski was holidaying with mates in Kuta back in 2002. His decision to return to Australia a day earlier than planned saved his life. 5 of his friends died in the attack.
I said goodbye to my mates. I never saw my mates again.
After years of back and forth about how best to memorialise the site, Jan's hoping loved ones will finally have a peaceful place to reflect and remember.
When I first heard the news, I didn't believe it. I actually sat down and thought, wow, finally, for the families of those people who are lost, they've got a special place to remember.
Keith Pearce's son Dwayne was with his Kingsley Football Club teammates in the Sari Club when the bomb went off. His son survived, but 7 of his teammates didn't. Keith, it's good to have you with us. How do you and your son look back at that night?
Well, it's a long time ago, but it's just yesterday. It's still, a very sad memory.
Oh, I can imagine. It must just be so traumatic when, all this comes back to you at times like this. But the hurdle of the site sale has been overcome, which is a great thing. What are you hoping will happen next?
Well, we're hoping that the Badung Regency goes ahead with the plan that they showed us in March last year and builds a substantial presence there, a museum as well as a peace park that tells the story of Bali, that the island of peace that it used to be, the story of the bombing, how that disrupted everything, how Bali's recovered from it, and how the bombing never actually achieved anything. It never changed anything, and that shows that terrorism doesn't work. And the whole concept is not a memorial, it's a museum that tells the story and points to the fact that terrorism never changes anything.
Keith, why is this memorial so important?
Well, there is a memorial there, but a memorial is just a list of names of the people that died. This will actually tell the stories of some of those that didn't survive, those that did survive, the families and what they went through, but also will be holding out a point for the future to say the terrorists didn't achieve anything. Terrorism doesn't work. And that's the whole idea of this, is to have a museum to show what happened, but also to show that the way forward isn't through terrorism, it's through negotiations.
Keith, going back to that awful night, were there times that you worried that you'd lost your son, you'd lost Dwayne?
We were lucky. We didn't know about the bombing until we already knew that Dwayne was safe. In fact, we got told Dwayne was safe and we were thinking, safe from what? And then we found out about the bombing. So we were very fortunate. We were spared the anxiety and the anguish of so many others.
If this memorial park does get built, do you and Dwayne have plans to visit?
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. We don't want to just visit. We want to have a bit of a say in what actually goes there.
Keith, do you have any concerns about what might not happen, or that you might not get the park you want?
Well, from the discussions we had with the Badung Regency in March last year, I don't think that that's going to be a problem. I think they are definitely going to go ahead with it. If they do it in the way in which they discussed with us at that time, then I'm very confident it will be something that everybody in Australia will be very happy with.
Keith, thank you so much for your time.